Hello everyone, let us see our next practical, that is practical 3C of Enterprise Java of TYBSCIT. Our practical is create simple servlet application to demonstrate non-blocking read operation. So first at all, what is meant by non-blocking operation? So basically we can say non-blocking mode or non-blocking operation is the one which enables a thread to request reading data from a channel and only get what is currently available or nothing at all if no data is currently available. That means rather than remain blocked until data becomes available for reading, the thread can go on with something else. Okay, so this means that non-blocking IO refers to threads which are not waiting for IO operations to finish. Rather, they can go on and finish other tasks. Okay, so in this application we are going to see the non-blocking read operation. So for that you need to go to first NetBeans IDE, just click on the file option, then new project option. Here you need to select Java Web Application, Java Web Application. Click on the next button. Here you can write, suppose the project name is pract3c, then you need to select project location and just click on the finish button or next button and then click on the finish button, because we do not have to change anything here. Just click on the finish button. I have already created it. So this is the pract3c project. First you need to create one file that we are going to read from this application. So that file is suppose booklist.txt. This file is the one which contain names of the books. So I have already created it file booklist.txt which contains a few names of the books. Okay, so for that you need to create or you need to right click on web in folder, then select new option, then go to the last other option, and here under categories again you need to select the other option, and under file types select the option empty file. Okay, and just click on the next button. Here you write the file name, suppose booklist.txt, and just click on the finish button. As I have already created it, you will get the empty file. You need to put all these names or any names of your choice. Then next you need to create index.html file. I have already created it, and in this file we need to write the statement meta http equivalent refresh content equal to 0 and URL is non-blocking servlet. Okay, so this is the statement which actually navigate us to non-blocking servlet. Okay, so here is the file non-blocking servlet which I have already created for this. Or to create this file, just go to source package, right click here, click on new option and then servlet option. Okay, so I have already created it a non-blocking servlet. So in this file you will see this process request method, and in process request method you can see this try block, and already you have some lines written in that try block. You just have to delete it and then write the statement out.println file reader. This is just the message which will be displayed on browser. Then next is a string file name webinf slash booklist.txt. This is the file name in our case, and webinf is the folder name. Then next servlet context c is equal to get servlet context. So this servlet context will give us all the information which is related to this application environment. Okay, so here we are obtaining the context object. Then input stream in is equal to c dot get resource as a stream file name. So here file name is booklist.txt, and this file will be read by using a stream. Okay, that is a binary stream, and here we have used the object input stream. Object name is in. Okay, so we can read this file as a binary stream file, binary data. Then next is the path. So here path is http colon double slash here plus request dot get server name. So in this case, as we are using the same machine. So here the server name is localhost a colon, here is the colon, and after that colon request dot server port. So here server port is 8080, and after that it will display request dot get context path. In our case the context path is slash pract3c, that is the project name, and after that slash reading non-blocking servlet. So this is the file that we are going to create. Okay, so this is the whole path which we have already stored in the variable path. Then there is next URL is there, URL class which belongs to java.net package. So URL, its object name is URL is equal to new URL into bracket path. So from this path we have created one URL object. Then we need HTTP URL connection object. Con is equal to HTTP URL connection URL dot open connection. So by using the URL object we can open the connection to that URL, and that connection is stored into the object HTTP URL connection. Okay, then next is con dot set chunked streaming mode into bracket 2. So this method set chunked streaming mode will read the data in chunks, read the data in bytes, and here we have set the number of bytes that is to be read. Okay, so this connection, through this connection we can read at a time 2 bytes of data. Okay, then con dot set do output true. Okay, so this method will enable the output capability. So whenever we are using HTTP URL connection object, in that case we need to pass here the value true. So this will set the connection object to be HTTP URL connection object, otherwise by default it is false. Then con dot connect, this will actually set the connection or create the connection. Then if in not equal to null, means if the input stream is not equal to null, then we are using input stream reader object INR. This is equal to new input stream reader IN. So it will read the data from input stream, that is having object IN. Then there is buffered reader object BR is equal to new buffered reader into bracket INR. So the INR object is passed to buffered reader object, buffered reader constructor, because buffered reader constructor or buffered reader BR object will read the data in blocks instead of reading data as a binary stream. Then string text is equal to empty square brackets, empty quotation mark. So this is just the empty variable. Next we have to just print the statement reading started. Then after that in while loop we have to write text is equal to br dot readline not equal to null. So in text variable we need to store the line which is read by readline method of buffered reader. Okay, so this while loop will execute until the last line is read. When the last line is null, then this while loop exited. Okay, so here we display the variable value of text and then break, and in try block we have write the statement thread dot sleep into bracket 1000. Okay, so this will sleep the currently executing thread for 1000 milliseconds of time. Okay, so so this will pause the execution for some time for that thread. Okay, and then out dot flush, this will release all the resources which is acquired by out object. Then for this try, which includes the file thread.sleep, has matching catch statement which is interrupted exception ex. Okay, so if there is some interruption in reading the file, then it will show the interrupted exception. And after the execution of while loop is completed, the one statement is there, reading completed, which is displayed on the browser. Okay, so from the statement of the path here, new URL, whenever the connection is established for that URL, the control automatically goes to reading non blocking servlet. Okay, in this reading non-blocking servlet file, the first statement is async context AC is equal to request dot start async. So basically, this statement will start asynchronous context. So asynchronous context is the one in which the threads are not waiting for any other resource to free. It will just do their task rather than remaining idle. Okay, so then next statement is servlet input stream in is equal to request dot get input stream. It will just obtain the input stream object in. Then in dot set read listener. We have to set the listener for this input stream object, that is in, and the read listener object is new reading listener into bracket in comma AC. Okay, so here in is the object of input stream, that is servlet input stream, and AC is the synchronous context, and this reading listener is the user defined class. So here it is, reading listener. I have already created it. What we have to do, just go to source package, right click on new option, and then select the option that is Java class. Okay, so you need to create just simple Java class, and here write the class name reading listener and package name as a non blkpp. Just click on the finish button. Okay, so what we have to write in this file, this class reading listener is the one which actually implements the read listener interface. Read listener interface is the interface which actually provides non-blocking read operation. Okay, so we must implement this read listener interface in this non-blocking read operation in application. Okay, so first statement is private servlet input stream input equal to null, and then second is async context AC is equal to null. So these are the two objects we need to create here. And here is the constructor of this class reading listener, which takes two parameters servlet input stream in async context C. So in the previous file, that is reading non-blocking servlet, we have already called this constructor new reading listener. The parameters are in and AC. So we have already created here in and already created here AC. So these two objects you can find here in reading listener class constructor. So here we assign the in object that is obtained from this reading non-blocking servlet file, and assign it to input variable, that is this is the class variable input, and then assign a sync context object C to class variable AC. So here is the class variable AC. Okay, this read listener interface has three abstract methods. First one is on data available, on all data read is the second one, and third one is on error. So we need to override all the abstract methods. So here it is overridden the first abstract method, that is on data available, and the definition is empty. Again the second method on all data read, we need to write just one statement AC dot complete, and on in the third method on error, we need to again write the one statement, that is AC dot complete. So in this way this reading listener class is completed here. We need to just show that asynchronous context is completed here. Okay, so let us execute the application. Just go to index.html file, or just click here run project option, and you can see the output. So here you can see the file is reading one by one line at a time, Java CPP. So these are the book names which are included in the file booklist.txt. So here is the message reading completed. That means all the contents of the file are shown here. That means reading operation is completed here, and you can see the output is displaying one by one line because of the only the sleep method, which has 1000 milliseconds of what we can say pause time or sleep time. Okay, so because of that we can see the line executing one by one and displaying on the browser. Okay, so that's it for this